I don't know what just happened. YouTube shut me down. I was just in the middle of the other video and it just crashed on me. Oh my god. Yo, I'm so done. I might really just have to go back to pre-recorded stuff. Cause this live stuff is just janky as all get up. So this is 6 weeks, heartbeats, new abortion law, part 2. I don't know what just happened, y'all. I'm sorry. YouTube be hating on me. They be hating on a sister. They be hating on me. Y'all like my New York voice? Why y'all be hating on me? You know, I'm just trying to get this information out and y'all just be hating on me. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, Tisha, they be throwing shade, mad shade. They be throwing mad shade. And my Queens girl voice, they be throwing mad shade. I don't appreciate it. So, what was I saying? Uh, Lost my train of thought. Listen, the bottom line, the bottom top, across whatever line this is with this 6 weeks. They're saying that basically with abortions, you're not going to be able to do it once a heartbeat is detected, right? I know in Alabama, I think it's 8 states now. Alabama, Utah, Mississippi, Missouri. What else? Alabama, Utah, Mississippi, Missouri. Where else? Arkansas, Kentucky. I think those are it. Have now passed, basically almost restricting the whole thing in case of, the only way you'll be able to have one is if it's a life and death risk against the mother. That would be the only way you could have an abortion in those states. I believe that's what it is. I think New York just put out, they're trying to stop it. I think they're trying to stop the restriction. So, you Georgia girls or whatever, down south chicks may have to take a ride out to the north and get your procedure done. You might be able to still get it in New York. So we'll see how this goes. It's scary for a lot of people. A lot of people come saying, this is going to cause a lot of deaths. A lot of women are going to die because they're going to resort to unsafe procedures. The back alley stuff. So that's the repercussions of this thing, and this is why we need to protect this law so that women have the option of getting rid of the fetus in a safe environment. With the HIPAA laws in place. With OSHA, you go to a place where OSHA comes to inspect, right? Make sure the facility is clean and sterilized and all that stuff. You causing this law now is gonna make women go operating tables underground. That's what they're saying. Unfortunate. And I don't deny that it will. Some women are going to be collateral damage, as with all things. I'm just being truthful, as with all things. I think also some women are going to be more conscientious about who they choose to have sex with, because the ramifications, the consequences that could take place out of, sexual contact with a male is now going to have more consideration. You're going to have to consider it, because if you don't have access to, get this procedure done, then every time you lay down and open your knees, you got to think about Planned Parenthood. You're going to have to think about it. You're going to have to think about it hard. Is this guy that I'm going to bed with worth all the risk that I'm taking? And I have told you ladies on this channel over and over and over again that that's how you're supposed to think of it anyway. But you know what technology does? And when I say technology, meaning the ability to have an abortion, the ability to use a condom, the ability to use birth control, the ability to buy the morning after pill, and whatever other technologies that they have, skews your perception of what it is you need to be thinking about when you open your knees for a man. The technology afforded to you now allows you not to think. I don't have to, it's not no big deal. I'm gonna just get my nut and go about my business. It ain't all that deep. I'm not in love with him. I'm just here. I'm here to get mine and get on my way, just like they do. This is all that technology has afforded you: the ability to be careless, care less. You care less. And you're careless because you care less. That's all. That's all this thing is. Now, I don't have to love you. You don't have to be committed to me. You don't necessarily have to take care of me, have good genetics, all kinds of whatever diseases that run in your family. These things are not up for consideration when I'm opening my knees to you, because all I'm here for is to care less. I'm here for whatever pleasure you can give me from the waist down. My heart and my mind are not involved in it. My heart and my mind are not involved in it. And this is what technology has afforded us to be able to do, to alter our position. Some of us call it a burden, but our position as gatekeepers to who gets to duplicate themselves out here. Some men's genetics really need to die with them. But because you have technology, you have a condom or this birth control or whatever contraceptives, you take a chance, and you may not use the condom all the time because the oopses happen, right? The oopses happen. You're not going to use the condom every time you have sex. I don't know any woman that uses a condom or requires the man to use a condom every time they have sex. That almost never happens. I don't know any woman that's that conscientious. None. So the perception of, being responsible, that's a nice talking point, but what is the reality? What is the reality? And how safe is it if you guzzling down all sorts of body fluids? You got his dandruff in your mouth, his saliva in your mouth, his poo-poo from licking behind his nuts in your mouth, all the pre-cum in your mouth and all that stuff. I mean, you're getting all this exchange before you actually do it. And you want to talk, but you put the condom on right before insertion, and that's supposed to be responsible, safe sex. Really? How, Sway? How? Lies. We lie to ourselves and we lie to each other. There's no such thing as safe sex when you're exchanging any body fluids with anybody. Now, you may not put it in your vagina, but if you're putting it in your mouth, if it's being put on your skin, anywhere where it's porous, which is your whole damn body, you're putting yourself at risk for stuff. You're putting yourself at risk to get these superbugs that don't wash off with soap and water. And not only that, you're putting yourself at risk emotionally, because you're making a soul tie with a man who doesn't care about you. That is why a lot of us are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We in here, we got soul ties with a few people that we should have never been in bed with, but because you on the pill, because there is a morning after pill, or you on birth control, or you sometimes use a condom, you feel like it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to do this. So here we are. Here we are. And when I did the post, and I was reading what everyone else was saying. A lot of women are emotional about this, right? I have a right, and I have a right, and I have a right. What right? What right? You don't have a right to or of anything that's been given to you. If you got to go to a governmental agency, an accrediting body, or whatever it is, to say to them, listen, I want the right to do XYZ, and they give it to you, how are you free? When you have to go somewhere for them to say, yes, you can. How in that are you equating the fact that they say yes to you being free? They have to say yes to you in order for you to be able to do XYZ. So you're not free. You're not how are we claiming equality? If I go to you and tell you I need equal rights and you give it to me, how am I ever having equal rights if I had to come to you for you to give it to me? You still have the power to say yes or no. So therefore, I'm never equal if I have to come to you to simulate some equality. If I have to come and ask you and present a case to you, and you can still make a decision as to whether or not you want me to have X amount of rights, then there's no possibility of being equal in any way. None, because I'm coming to you, and you're always going to be the source. You're always going to be the source. Charlemagne the God said yesterday that in 2035, Latinos will be the majority because they had so many babies in 2013. He thinks the abortion law is so the whites can produce more children. Um, I don't see that as logical because white women aren't leading in in abortions. But you know what I have to say to that is, well, then again, it would be logical because if black women are having it three and a half times more than white women, then there is something there. But if white women are not having it as much, then abortion is not the issue to increase their numbers. Abortion, I don't see how doing the abortion laws would make a big impact on increasing the numbers of white babies being born if they're not the ones that are going in the clinic as much as we are. It's always been easier for black women to have babies. We just biologically designed to, you know, to have them. Fertility hasn't been an issue with us until that's a new thing. Women freezing their eggs. You see these black celebrity women freezing eggs and doing donors and surrogates and all that stuff. That was unheard of before. And I think that's environmentally caused. I think a lot of this difficulty in breeding among black women is environmentally based. I think the food has something to do with it, the air, all of that, stress, all of that. All of that. So I don't know about that. This is more of a black woman's issue. Um, Maybe. We're the ones doing it the most, so it will impact us the most. And I think we're doing it the most is because we are, when you look at statistically, black women are not as married up as women of other races. And like I said, in the statistics, it said that 83% of all abortions performed are performed by unwed women. So I think that has something to do with it too. That we don't have families. We are not married to the men that we are screwing, that we are having sex with. So, you have contingencies in place, and abortion is one of them because you're with the man who doesn't want to. Ooh, what's going on here? Who doesn't want to be with you. So Don't I tell y'all this all the time? A lot of y'all worried about, does he love me or not? No, he doesn't. Ooh, why does this thing keep doing this? No, he doesn't love you. No, because if he loved you, he would put down on it. He would put the ring on your finger. He would marry you. He would take care of you if he loved you. I don't know if he loves me. You don't know? Yes, you do, because if you have to ask the question, then he doesn't. You just need help admitting it. That's what I find. Most of y'all need help admitting that fact. Admitting it. Some black men will try to get women pregnant but have no money. And you think that the women that are sleeping with these men don't know that these men don't have no money? Most women know when a man has money or not. She's not being blindsided. Women act like they're blindsided. They act like they are oblivious to the signs, to what's being said, to the treatment that they're getting. They don't put two and two together because they don't want to. Because then that would be an admission of he doesn't really want me. And you translate the truth of that as there's something wrong with me. So you avoid dealing with the evaluation of a relationship. If it doesn't go in your favor, you pretend like you're in a relationship. You pretend like everything's okay, because to admit anything else means that you're not good enough. So you'll be in a relationship with someone who don't want you, just so you don't have to face the fact that he don't want you, because that would mean that you think now you're not good enough. That's what we do. That's what we do. I listen, I coach women. This is what I do, y'all. And commercial here for those of you who want private one-on-one coaching with me while I'm still reachable like that. You need to contact me. All the links are in the description of this live. So if you want me to help you sort out your life, you need to invest in sorting out your life. You need to invest in proper guidance. Why? Because time is something you can't barter with. You can't buy it back. It's not a friend to you. It moves along whether you're ready or not, whether you learn the lesson or not, whether you have proper guidance or not. Time keeps moving. And before you know it, you'll be 45 and 55 wondering why you never got this lesson and how your life could have been so much different if you got the lesson. But you didn't do it. You didn't put your foot down and go through the pain of investing in knowledge, because I don't know, you want to piece it together some sort of way, and hopefully you'll get it. And that's not how this thing works. I say it all the time. Women who are inexperienced should not be making decisions about relationships by themselves. And in particular, really young women, your early 20s, 19, early 20s, or something like that. You need to confirm. You need a coach. Hello? You need a coach. You need somebody to have that has a discerning eye, that has experience and a gift of discernment to say, you know what? That right there, let me tell you what's going to happen there. X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and all that kind of stuff. But what women do? Oh, I'm all right. I'll work it out. I'm intelligent. I have a degree, so surely I can choose a man because I have a master's degree. And one has nothing to do with the other. I work a job and I pay bills and I pay my taxes, and I have money in the bank, so I'm intelligent enough to figure this out. When your emotions are involved, no. Uh-uh. Nope. I have one young lady now that I'm so concerned about. Her man broke up with her, and she found out about it on Facebook, of all places. Facebook is the breakup place. changed the status. She was actually in what she thought was a relationship. She thought that she was in a relationship. And he got mad at her. And the first time he got really mad at her, he was like, it's over. And she came to me. I told her exactly what to do. I look on her status last night. She's engaged to the dude. Like, huh? She's engaged to be married. From the last conversation we had to today, I gave her explicit instructions on what the next move should be. She went and let the dude talk her into a marriage proposal as some sort of damage control. That's what it is. His damage control was a marriage proposal, and she fell for the shit. I went to her inbox. I said, is this true? She goes, yes, with a period. And doesn't say anything else. And I go, O, period, K, period. Hit send. I'm done. I'm done. Will she be back? Of course. Of course. Because when he shows out again, she's going to even be more devastated because, we're engaged. Like that means something. But we're engaged and he did this. And character doesn't change with engagements and marriages and babies. And don't we know this already? A person's character does not change. A person's character doesn't change. What you see is, my dear, what you get. It's what you get. Yeah, hush ring. Hush ring is right. Danny, contact me. You need me to coach you? Hit me on the main line. My email is in the description box. The links to the coaching, pricing, all of that is there. Listen, you take it. You make the sacrifice. You dance with your pain. Pull out your wallet so that you can have the keys and the tools to know how to run this game called your life. So you don't have to waste another year, another month, another day making decisions that are going to sabotage the rest of your life. How much is the rest of your life worth? That would be the question to ask. How much is the rest of your life worth? I wish I was 25 again. Lord, have mercy. I wish I could do it over again. Can't. So I gotta sit with all this sugary goodness in my head. And I can't be 25 again to extract the value from it. And if you are, this is the best time of your life. If you're in your 20s, this is literally the best time of your life. This time in your life is the time of your life where you'll have the most choices, the most options. And as you go up and you climb up the pyramid, because as you get older, it's a climb. It's a climb up the pyramid. As you climb up, you hit a peak, which is the capstone of the pyramid. You hit the peak, and then you descend. So when you're in your late 30s or early 40s, you're on a descent. You're on a descent. Right now, you're climbing. You want as much information as you possibly can to make this climb real nice. Like your life can be real nice when you have the information that you need. You don't want to be like the rest of us who are on the other side of the pyramid, going down. Do you understand? You're going up, and women in their 30s and 40s are going down. We're on a decline. So, listen. Invest in yourself. Knowledge is power. You're being lied to every day, all day. A lot of the sisters, especially on social media, they jabbing brothers now. Now there's a meme going around where brothers say, it's funny how women don't want the government being able to force them to be mothers, but they love going to the same government to force men to be fathers through child support. Through child support. So that's the meme that's going around now. You don't want the government in your business to tell you when to bring a child into the world, but you sure go to massa to get that money. So, which is, I mean, listen, they have a point. If you don't want the government throwing sanctions in your life, then you keep them out all the way around the board. But women do not. We are fair weather friends. Women, for the most part, are liars. I say that all the time on this channel. I say it to women's faces. This is what we do. All we do is put on a show. It's hard pressed for a woman to tell another woman the truth. And a lot of these laws, most of these laws, listen, the laws that are passing now, women are helping push this through. You're being angry at men when women, your little white allies in the struggle of women's rights are the ones helping to push all this stuff in, the white elites. What happened? I thought we were locking arms together. I thought we were about, what do we call it? Women's liberation. What happened to that? And it's these same women that are signing off. You think it's just men? It ain't never just men. Nothing that's normalized in society is normalized through a man's effort. He will finance it. He will do the financing part. But it's always a woman's face that puts anything into law. It's always a woman that is put up front to speak it into existence or to indoctrinate you. Why are women used in these types of positions? Because they're mothers, they're nurturers, and you seem to think that anybody that has a vagina like you it's got to be for you. Because girl, we in this together. We in the same struggle, huh? Don't I tell you, ladies, all the time that you have no friends? Oh, Salkas, how can you say that? You have no friends. You have none. How do I know? You tell me. You tell me. Tell me how your life has been with these so-called friends, these female friends. Friends where? It's women that are gonna put help make all of these degenerate laws go into place and make all of this stuff a mainstream that you see going on now. Women support the buffoonery and the mimicry and all that kind of stuff of these men parading around as women. It's women that support all of this stuff. Men don't do that. If you have the backing of women, you're making money. You're making money. Because she's gonna help guard the gates. She's gonna be at the gate telling people who can and who can't come in. Men don't do that. It's women that do that. That's why it's always women handling money at any corporation. And it could be McDonald's. How many male cashiers to female cashiers do you ever see handling money at any institution, anywhere? It's always a female. It's always a female's face. The females are always the face of any movement, any organization, any ideology, whatever you want to call it. She's the protector. Men finance shit and women protect shit. That's what women do. We keep culture alive. We say what is normal. We have the final say on what's going to be normal because we are going to teach it to our children. And these fool ass women talk about suckers, why don't you talk about men having vasectomies? Vasectomies is an easier procedure than tying your tubes and stuff like that. Why don't you have some accountability for men? Really? So you want sovereignty. On one hand, you're saying you want the right to do whatever it is you want. And in the same breath, you want to shirk responsibility and pass it on to him. You passing on your reproductive health, your reproductive status to him. So which is it? Either you taking it all, either you holding the ball or you not. Either you holding the ball or you're not. Is this not your body? Isn't that the argument? Isn't that what we're saying? This is my body. This is my uterus. This is my fallopian tube. This is what I want. And then at the same time, you're saying, well, what about the men? They get away scotch free. It's your body. You're responsible for it. You're responsible for what goes in it. Some women say, you know, men purposely knock them up. He purposely does the whole, I'm going to ejaculate in her, and that sort of thing. There's that too. But that's dealing with the character of the man. A man that will trap you like that has already shown that he would trap you in other ways. That's not isolated. Listen, anything that anybody does is not isolated. When people say, well, this is not really in my character to do, like some women that say, you wind up sleeping with a guy on the first date, and you tell him, well, I don't usually do this. You're lying. You're lying. I don't usually do this. Yes, you do. Your character doesn't change. Anything you do is not an isolated incident. It's a reflection of what you stand for, what you are, what your habits, what you think of yourself, what you think of the lens by which you see the world. It's how you act and respond to it. I don't usually do what? Any man that traps you, been trapping you. Any man that abuses you, been abusing you. Nothing is isolated. Nothing. All they do is lie. I hold myself accountable, so I get hated the most. I mean, this is going to force accountability. Listen, should you have choice? Yeah, you should. My only thing is, with all of this foaming at the mouth that's going on about the right to choose, is that the only thing that we will go to war for is our sexuality and our vanity. We'll go to war for that and nothing else. Nothing else. Why are we not picketing about this GMO foods or about child prostitution? There's so many things. But to defend the sexuality seems to be the only driving force, the only thing that drives the average woman of, limited intelligence. Like she can't get anything else. But if you tell her you want to make her accountable for sex, for who she has sex with, which would mean that she can't have sex as much as she can with who she can, then that's an issue. Because that's what this is turning into. That's really what it's about. Because you still have free will to do what you want with who you want. It's the solutions to the problems that you make from the decisions that you make that are in jeopardy. What you pick as a solution for a problem or an accident is in jeopardy. Not the fact that you can't sleep with whoever you want. You go sperm guzzling on a sperm guzzling brigade right now. Right now. Free will of your body. Right now. So nobody's stopping that. Nobody's stopping that. They're just telling you it ain't gonna be lawful for you to fix an accident in this way. It's no longer lawful. So we're up in arms about something they made lawful that now they want to take away. And you think you had a right all along. When it was made lawful for you, you didn't have any right then. You didn't have any right then. Now they're taking it away, and it's about rights. Do you see how like our heads just screw on and off? It makes no sense. This topic don't bother me. I protect my womb. You better protect your womb. You better protect your womb. This is serious now. I don't know where this is going to go. It'll be interesting to see. But the statistically, when I looked at the numbers for the amount of abortions 20 years ago to now, it's lower. It is lower. I don't know why that is, but it's lower than it was in 2015 and 2002. So the number is on the decline. I don't know if that's people, if it's because, you know, women are more educated now. What, I have to look into it really. But overall, it's on a decline. So I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I think it means that, we're not using that as an option as much as we used to before. And that's a good thing. So we'll see how it goes. Now people have to deal with the real consequences. But you know what, Tisha, you've always had to deal with the real consequences. This these things, technology only creates the illusion of solving problems. It's an illusion of solving problems, and it's not really a problem solver. It's not. Because women are damaged. Women are damaged for the most part, emotionally. So you could have fixed something in a doctor's office, but you're walking out there emotionally damaged. Used goods. Used goods. It's an illusion. It makes your life easier, but it doesn't solve a problem. Something that makes your life easier, we assume that it solves a problem. A problem. But, one has nothing to do with the other. One is not necessarily related to the other. That's the thing. You're not free. I think I want to end this live by stating that fact. You're not free. You don't have free will over anything. There's laws in place that govern every action that you take. You don't choose what you buy at the grocery store because you're only choosing what they put in the grocery store to buy. You can't go on a job interview and say I only want to work 2 hours a day because the standard working class citizen works an 8 hour shift. You don't have any choice in the matter. You got to put your kids in school so you can work, so you don't see them for half of the day. So things are designed, and you ask yourself, why is that? Why does a day shift have to be 8 hours or 12 hours? Why do I have to be away from my family for half of a 24-hour cycle? Why? The Industrial Revolution caused all of that, and it made work something honorable. A hard working man or a hard working woman is an honorable person. Propaganda. There's no real reason why you should be away from your family for 12 hours a day, 8 hours a day. Really none. Other than the way society is set up, if we're talking about an industrial society, you're making more than you need. The reason why you have to work a 12-hour shift is because you're a component in creating a product that is in excess of what's needed. That's the only reason why you have to do that. If we only made what we needed, we wouldn't have to work a 12-hour shift or an 8-hour shift or 16 hours that some of you do. The only reason why you're doing that is because production means to make more than what is actually needed. But Jesus said, give us this day our daily bread. Daily bread. You don't stock up for no winter or next week. You don't buy food for the week. It's daily bread. We don't live by that, though. I want the option to have this, and you buy that and you don't use it, it spoils, you throw it away. Isn't that what happens? You put a whole bunch of food in the fridge and half of it gets thrown away because you couldn't get to it in time. So we are conditioned to want more than we need. That's why you're working so hard for nothing, pretty much, for somebody else's benefit. And we want to throw around, well, I have the right and I have the right, when it comes to sex, and you don't hear anything about any other part of your life other than who you have sex with. That's what you protect and defend, that to the death. And it's usually within that, the things that you do within that, that destroy your life, that turn your life upside down. The irony. The irony. So, with that said, it's something to think about. Sierra, you read the ebook? Yay! Listen, y'all get the ebook. The link is the first link in the description box. It's absolutely free. It's a phenomenal book. Sierra, tell them how phenomenal the book is. It will enlighten you. It will school you. You will get keys, like Jay-Z say, I'm giving you the keys to this thing for free. For free. Because I really want y'all to grasp this information. Because to me, if you don't get it quickly, then it's not worth anything. If it takes you 5 years to get it, then you have 5 years worth of knowledge that could have turned your life around, that you weren't able to get to turn your life around. Now it doesn't mean anything. To me, information that's applied immediately is of value. The faster you get it and implement it, the faster it becomes something of worth in your life. Don't waste time. If there's nothing else that I can impart on you as far as wisdom goes, don't waste time. Get your training. Get your training. I am working on an online course so you can have access to me at a push of a button anytime, with diagrams and clips and this and that and the other, so you can have a coach in the box. Because I'm afraid for a lot of y'all. I'm going to just be honest. I'm afraid for a lot of y'all. The information goes in one ear and out the other. You know? And I know some of you are not going to get it in time for it to matter. You want to get it in time for you to use it. If you can't use it, then knowing it doesn't matter. And you don't want to be one of these old hags, these old, bitter, regretful women. You do not want to be that. But some of you will. Some of you will. So, it is what it is. Why I can't see the comments? Oh, okay. Yes, Tisha, get the book. Get the book, get your coaching, get your information, and empower yourself. Send me a review. After y'all read the book, type in a little review of it and send it in an email. And if you'd like maybe a little picture of yourself, so I could put it in on the sales page, if you are so inclined to show the world that you're about your training, and you're not afraid of being embarrassed for whatever reason. I don't know. Some sisters are like, oh, I don't want to show my face. Why not? Like, why? You still scared of what people might say? Listen, people hate you. People hate you. People think you're ugly. People think you're stupid. People think all kinds of things about you right now, and you still gotta live. You still gotta live. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Whatever makes you better, you better uphold that. You better put that on a pedestal and honor that. Oh, thank you, Alicia. She said, "Don't give up on me. I'm working on the cash. I'm here." Thank you, Sierra. So that's it. That's it. You don't want to have too much regret. You don't want your story to be filled with victimhood and regret. So knowledge should be applied with immediacy. Don't sit on any information that I'm giving you as, something interesting. Like it's just, I'm filling you up with things to talk about. No, I'm filling you up with things to implement, with things to actually do, to turn things around in your life. So look at it as that. I wanted to write an ugly girl poem, but was nervous to send it. Girl, why? You're nervous to send it to me? Listen, and I'm going to end with this. I understand that my delivery here may seem maybe unprofessional is the word. I don't know, because I guess if my demeanor was more professional, y'all wouldn't say that you were so afraid of me, because I get that all the time, and there's nothing to fear. I'm passionate about the things that I tell you because I've been there. So when I speak to you with passion and you feel that you're taking it as a aggression or anger or something like that, understand it's not that. It's like I'm your mother telling you, baby girl, don't do this. I'm trying to shake some sense into you because I don't want you to feel the pain, the regret, the self-doubt, the low self-worth that I had felt for most of my life. That's all this is. That's all this is, because at the end of the day, this is all love. I'm motivated by love. I'm motivated by concern. I'm motivated by being able to not have you become a statistic. You know? That's what motivates me. Yes, mama. Straight up mama. Mama love. That's all it is. So don't ever be afraid to send me anything, to ask me anything. If I can't answer it or if I don't want to answer it, I'll tell you, listen, uh, there's nothing I can do for you there. I have no issue saying that. Or I'll tell you, listen, do this, that, the other. And I have no issue with that either. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. So don't be afraid. My writing isn't perfect. I'm not saying all that, Mama Selga. Your writing isn't. I want to know what's in your heart. I'm not concerned about syntax or spelling. Don't be concerned about that with me. I wouldn't be the one that you need to have any concerns about that with. Tell me what's on your mind. If you're expressing with your heart, then we're on the level. If you are expressing with your heart, we are on the level. We are on the same level. That's it. That is it. Everyone not ready for the truth. The truth can hurt. You know what? The truth is very painful. And you know what I say to myself lately? With things that I know I need to do that I don't want to do. Because if it's something I don't want to do, then there's something in it that's uncomfortable, right? There's something in it that's uncomfortable, unpleasant, or whatever, and I equate that to pain. I say to myself, all right, let's get this pain going. That's what I've been saying to myself lately. Things that I hesitate on or procrastinate on, whatever it is. Like I'm getting ready to go to the gym after I get off this live. I don't want to go to no damn gym, but I gotta go to the gym. So what I tell myself, come on, let's go get this pain over with. Let's get this pain over with, because we have to do it. You gotta get over with the pain. You have to dance with the pain. The pain is there. There's nothing you can do about it. You got to live with it. There are things that you are going to do that are going to be painful. And they're never going to be enjoyable. Truth is never enjoyable, but you need it. But you need it. Truth is never enjoyable, but it's your friend. So I tell myself, if it's anything that I don't want to face, come on, pain, let's get this popping. Come on, pain. What you want to do? Let's go. Let's go. I was in the middle of writing. I'm in the middle of writing an outline for my online course, and I was exhausted yesterday. Right? I'm like, oh, I can't think another word. I can't do this. But and something told me like, I know you don't want to damn do this. This is painful, but let's go. Let's go. And I was able to bust out 3 more chapters because I didn't deny that it was painful. I told the pain, come on. Tell your pain, come on. I ain't scared of you. Let's go. That's what you tell your pain. Come on with it. Let's go. I ain't scared of you. We're going to do this. That's how you have to talk to yourself. That's the self-talk narrative you need. In transformation, you are not going to transform until you accept pain. If you want to change your state, if you want to change who you are, you will not change unless you invite and experience pain. Why is this? Because what you are is comfortable. What you know is comfortable. And if you have to change, that means you're giving up your identity. You're giving up what you know, what feels safe to you, for something unknown, for something strange. And that's a painful process. We want to hold on to our identities. And your identity is nothing but your experiences. That's what creates your identity. An experience that happens over and over again, that becomes a habit, now becomes your identity and your character. That's all it is. You are not going to see another result unless you say, pain, let's go. I'm ready for you because I'm trying to look different. I want my money to be different, XYZ, whatever it is. So you and me got to be friends right now. Me and pain got to be friends right now. You are never, ever, I don't care what other channel you go to, whoever else is selling you on that, if it feels good, somehow it's going to transform you, is lying to you. They are lying to you, flat out. Flat out. You cannot avoid pain when you want a different result. You cannot avoid pain when you want a different result. They go together. They go together. Why is this? Because pleasurable things don't stick. They don't stick. They're not a catalyst for change. Anything you enjoy is just something you enjoy. It's when your back is against the wall and you're down and out that you start making declarations of, you know what? I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to be this again. I refuse to commit to this or settle for that. Pain is what transforms you. Pleasure is just something you experience. Pain is what inspires you to be better. Let them use you. Let them use you. No pain, no gain. Listen, there's no truer words that have been said. No pain, no gain. And that's what this game is. Okay? So listen, pass along this part 1 and 2 of this video to any young lady you hear babbling on, vomiting on about her rights and her rights to her body and her rights and all that stuff. Let them know what it is. You either let them know or direct them to the video, however you want to do this. But sharing the video helps the channel. It helps me to grow, helps my subscribership. So I need you guys to grow. I need to get up there with these other people that talk all this fluff. Why all these people that talk all this fluff get 30,000 subscribers, and I'm giving you keys, and I can't even break the 10,000 mark yet. I'm up to 9,000 something subscribers, but I need more. I need more active people. So y'all help a sister out on that, because I got to reach the world, all 4 corners. I got to reach millions of women, millions. And I cannot do that without you. It's as simple as that. So I'm out of here. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this day. Go get a little dude sweat on. Yes, Selk is worldwide. Worldwide. Liberator of women worldwide. Somebody invited me to Bermuda. I got to start traveling soon. Ooh. I hate planes, so that's why I'm hesitant. But I got to get over that and get out and start traveling to different parts and speaking to y'all and all of that. So it's things that I want to do. And we got to grow the channel to do it. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Thank you, everyone. And I will see y'all soon. Peace and love. Bye.